Well, that was unexpected. So, welcome to the episode. As you can see, I have been messing around with a couple things. Mainly our new defense turrets for here at the base. Very simple, very easy, not too hard to do. And I will show you how they're done. But just word of warning, um, there is no automaton stuff in here besides the advanced turret controller or custom turret controller. Yeah, that's the one. So it will be more for missiles more than anything. If we look in here, we go to Gatling, shield blocking turret, Gatling turret. I do have it set to target all the ships and stuff, but hopefully our drones that we did in the last episode will take care of those before they get to us. I want these to be mainly for rockets. They're kind of uh, more of a last ditch effort. Now, all of these turrets that we have are only 800 meters for ranges, but I think this is probably my favorite so far. It just seems a little more accurate than the other ones that we were using. So we'll build a couple of these. At least one, so I can show you how it works. And I think where I want to build it is going to be in this corner over here. Reason for that is there really isn't one. My last turret's there, and I just put that one on that side of the base. So now I want to put it on this side. Pretty simple. So I first need to go get my body, and then I'll be right back. Cool. So, just so you're aware, I know the last few episodes we've been in creative, but we are not this time. So, we're good to go. But let's start with our basic turret. So, we're going to need the N advanced rotor. Positioning doesn't necessarily matter because we're gonna get rid of half of it anyway. And I want to get rid of the top. Thank you, Bar. Now we do need to get this welded up so that we can add a small head to it. Beautiful. Kind of like that. Then we are going to need a hinge. And I tend to face this just the same direction, just because it's easy to work on. But after the hinge, we need a conveyor converter. And then we are going to put two small conveyors right in the middle. And then your gun of choice. I am going with the Gatlings just because I like them. That's basically it at this point. I do want to try one on top of the base here for rockets or autocannons. I might put an autocannon one on top of the tanks actually, just to try it out. But now that we have all of that, we are also going to need our camera. And that should be everything. Oh. So, let's go ahead, get all this welded up, and hope I don't break anything. Perfect. Looks like they got it for me. So let's go ahead and reset our hinge to 0. Close enough. But now what we need to do, as always, change the name. Now that we have everything named, we're going to need one more piece of equipment that I think... actually a little more difficult than I was anticipating. But we are going to need a custom turret controller. So, go ahead and place it somewhere. Mine, I think I'm just going to place up here with it. Just make it part of the landscape, I guess. I had an access point here this whole time. I was going down to the connector. That's crappy. There we go. Much better. And then we are going to do the same thing with this one. So, if we go over here,
Energy low.
type in get a turret. We have all of our stuff plus the first one. So if we go into here and just make this Gatling turret 2, we'll be good. But I want my azimuth rotor to be this one without the dash. Elevation rotor. We have our hinge, Gatling turret 2. Right there. And then assigned camera, we want Gatling turret 2. So this is now all set up. Everything else I'm going to leave the same because it's usually pretty decent. The other stuff I want is my 6 warfare Gatlings. And not those ones. Those ones. Yes. Cool. Yeah, because I didn't name these ones. Okay. So, we go to Gatling. We want 6 warfare Gatlings. And do that. Now if we copy that,
Energy
put it
critical.
up here. Copy all of that, save it, and we're good. This is now ready to go. All we have to do is go into our turret controller and crank up our aiming radius, put target rockets on, meteors off, and enable AI. Default is going to be weapons, and we're good. I don't want to focus lock the target because if another ship comes in closer, or if we have 3 guns working on the same drone, then I want one to be able to veer off and go to a different target. So that's pretty much it. I mean, they're simple, easy, not too much to them. Right? Now you can swap out these guns for something else. So, where's my guns at? There they are. Say you want this Gatling. Or maybe a reloadable rocket launcher. You can put that right on top of the converter here. Instead of using a converter to change it to the Gatlings, you can change it and just put 3 of these pods on there.
No
Oop,
energy.
I need energy. Alrighty. So next, I'm just gonna pretty it. Blah, 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 blah. Pretty it up a little bit. I don't know how I want this one to look though, because it is a little different than the other ones. Is what's an issue? Could do that, I guess. Now I am going to what's the word I'm thinking of? I want to go get a drone and bring him back just to see how well this works. It shouldn't be too bad, to be honest with you. These things worked great, as you saw in the entry, so hopefully I'm not doing something stupid by trusting it. I like it. Cool. Got it fixed. Let me change my beat. Man, that should be fine. Cool. I like it. ISPR mining transport. That's the space pirate beacon. Of course, when I go and get a plane ready, everything's gone by the time I come out here. That sucks. Alright, we will wait for one. In the meantime, yeah, I'll park it down because I want to make sure the batteries are good. We will wait for one of those guys to show up. In the meantime, I want to start building a rover. It's been a while since I've actually made one, and I want to kind of build one and use the automaton stuff with it as well. So, oops. There we go. Make sure my thrusters don't burn my floor. So, I want to build a rover. I want to explore the moon. I want to go places. I want to do things. I want to find bases. Because there's a lot of stuff. I mean, you can go out that way for a while. Look, all the terrain we could cross. Will it be easy? Absolutely not. But that's the fun part of it. We got to build a rover that can handle the terrain. I'd like to have a trailer for it, though. Or 2. Maybe 2. We'll see. So, I want to build this out of the way of the plane. Yeah, we'll build it over here somewhere. Do I even have steel plate on me? I do. Lovely. And I really should finish my buildings eventually. I'll get to it, I promise. So, let's go ahead. Get rid of all this. We're gonna need a cockpit, batteries. What does it take to make a reactor nowadays? Reactor component. Let's try a small reactor. I don't have uranium. Never mind. I can go get uranium. We could go get uranium. We'll do that next episode. So, we'll build the rover. That will give us a reason to go get uranium. I like it. See? It's a reason. Gyroscopes. We need wheels. We're going to use off-road because I don't like using anything else. Left and right. We're going to need cargo for sure. And then a couple things maybe. We'll see. Because I don't know if I want to do a crane or what I want to do yet. Exactly. I just know I want to build a rover. I will need a landing gear though. Kind of like that. Oh god. We want small grid, please. Yeah, that works. Hopefully. And then I'm gonna end up grinding that gear down, so. Now I want about 7 wide. Kind of like that. And then I want to use these beam blocks and make them, oh, gray? I could go with gray. Now, I don't know how far I want to go. I'm just going to kind of go like that. Work my way backwards. And then I will focus on what works after that. Because I already know we're going to want the cockpit. And I want to use the industrial. Now, will that work? Is the question. Because, yeah, it can. But do I want it to? Because I would have to go. Yeah, steel plate. So, let me grab some steel plate. Oh. Do that. And then maybe 20 of those. Maybe 10 of those. That should be enough to build. Now these blocks, I don't know if they are going to stay here because this cockpit we will have to see. Because I'm pretty sure the cockpit needs the connection. Oh, no, they're up top. Okay. That works. Lovely. So that might actually work. Okay. I'm down for it. So next, we are gonna want our batteries. Can I fit both of you? No, I cannot. I can this way though. But then that leaves you hanging down.
Inventory full.
Thank you. Hmm. How tall are you here? Not bad. I may need a block there. Because I figure I'm going to be traveling a distance with this thing. So 4 batteries? Yeah, let's go 4 batteries. Even though this is probably way overkill for the amount of stuff I'm going to be able to hold, it will surely come in handy for something. Next, I want to just make it look a little better here. There. And then we might do it on top too. I'm not sure yet. We are going to need
Energy low.
cargo though. So this is where it's going to get a little dicey because a cargo container is kind of massive. We are going to need conveyor. Thinking like that because our cargo container will sit like this. Yes. I want the big end. So hopefully that has actually done what I wanted it to. That it has. Really quick, I'm going to go into the batteries and put them on recharge. Just so they don't waste anything. Now that gives me 2 ports on the sides, 1 on top. Awesome. So let's go for our gyro next. I should only need the 1. We will see. And Bob got me welded up. Oh, nice. So I don't think I'm going to use those ones. But I can use those. Maybe. Yeah, let's use the angled ones. Beautiful. So 5 is our right. Now for the moon, I want 5 by 5s. So I'm going to need a second one. Oop, wrong one. There we go. Kind of like that. That is definitely too low. Yeah, that could turn into something. Now, we gotta see where could the next one go. And I'm thinking right there. Kinda almost in line with this thing. So let's do that. And just see how it works. We got the round thingy at the top. We did. It's gonna look kind of stubby with 6 wheels, but I'm all for it. Hopefully you are too. Because that should work if I stick to the back 2 of that. Hopefully. We'll see. Oh, no. It will not. Yeah, it ain't gonna like that. So we'll go one more way. Stop welding. And yes, I will change the color of these when I'm done. But for right now, we'll be good. Let's go ahead and add the other one while we are here. Just so we know where it's going. Because that'll help us later. And by the way, I always do 6x6. 6-wheeled trucks. Just to make it a little more bearable with turning and steering and all the other stuff. When it comes to wheeled vehicles, SE has this really weird thing about wheels where their collisions and their hitboxes are not exactly where you would think they are. So you gotta kind of be careful with them. Cool. Let's get a rear end. One of them rear things. And then this is our junction. And then our beam going across the back. Like how it is, with just the frame. Or if I want to put some stuff around it. Because we are going to be going into assert bases with this thing. I do plan on putting a turret on it, which is why I wanted one of those cargo conveyors to be pointing forward. So there's that. But I also want to make sure it isn't going to get blown up in the first 2 minutes of doing that. So, questions that need to be answered. Can I get you? Possibly not. I don't. Yes, I can. I'm just being stupid. Let's go ahead. That one. Now we are gonna need to make this a flat. So let's go ahead and get a white. And then before I do that, I just remembered what all I needed before I go doing anything There is a couple more things that I need to get. I need to get hydrogen tanks. I need to get oxygen tanks. That's a generator. And I need to get so I have an O2H2, O2 tank, H2 tank. I probably should get an O2H2 generator just in case. Maybe a couple of them, depending on oxygen tank. Yep. So you are going to sit there. Now it is going to look a little funny. I mean, they don't stick out the same, but whatever. And then we are going to need hydrogen tanks.
Energy low.
I can put 3 of those. And then I might put a second oxygen tank on this side. And just connect it. Yeah, that'll work. Sticks out a little far, but that's okay. Now we can connect all of this. Kind of like that. This one is just going to be 290s. And then just for aesthetic purposes, like that. Because I think it'll look kind of cool. Then we need to pipe all of that into the cockpit. Build my stuff. I think that'll work nicely. Because then I can still build
Energy critical.
my little flatbed that I wanted right here. I just want to leave that conveyor port open in case I want to put something there. Fill all this in. Lovely. Get this all welded up, and we'll be good. So, I want to try and make a crane. That is one thing I've legitimately almost never done. So, I want to try it. I know I'm going to need, not a toe, I want a rotor. I don't know what kind of rotor, though. Do I want a 3x3 rotor? Because it looks better, and I can put a small head on it. Maybe. Possibly. Yes. Now we want to take that off. Actually, now that I think about it, I don't think I had to, but whatever. Now I'm gonna need a hinge. Wrong toolbar. Hinge. Piston. And mag plates, I believe. Then I believe I am also going to need a turret controller. We will see. But for right now, we need to get a small part on this, which I'm pretty sure is what was on it. So don't cut that off. 2, we want just a small hinge. I don't need something massive for this thing. Yes, 2 lines towards the center, because the lines are negative. And then maybe 2 piston? Yeah. 3. So we have a shoulder, bicep. We need an elbow. I'm kind of just thinking in terms of robotics here from my real life experience. Most of the robotics I've worked with don't have pistons, though. They're just hinges that it would swing on. Maybe 2 more pistons. I'm also trying to do the math in my head of length. So that would be the forearm. And now we need a wrist. Uh-oh. Oops. Well, that works. Let's fix that. So, hinge. Let's get that. What position are you at right now? -90. You're close to... You're close to 0. Whatever. And then same thing with you. Awesome. Because now I need to know which way this stuff was. Negative to the left. Okay. So like that. And then I want one sideways of that. right? We have the wrist. Yeah. Why can't I place a hinge there? There we go. We will try that and see how it works. So, let me go ahead and name all of this. Okay. So I have everything named. Now what I want to do is something quite stupid. I want to put reactors on this, which I think I'm going to try and put here. I think 4 small reactors should be enough. Because when it comes to reactors, they're kind of funny in that the small ones generate a lot of power from little uranium. That is true. And they are the most efficient fuel source, but they are very slow. Large reactors, on the other hand, you can power a whole base with like 2 or 3 of them. Nice. Yeah, I think so. I think that'll work. So now I have to figure out how I want to lay this out. Because I have to go through all of this. Alrighty. So, our first one is going to be cockpit handbrake on and off. We never use P. Ever. Never use P to park on any ship. On rovers, we use the cockpit. Use the handbrake. Groups. Batteries. Recharge on and off. Reactors. On and off. And then O2 gen. Where are you at? There you are. On off. And then wheels. I think the only thing for wheels I'm going to use is increase and decrease height offset. And then increase and decrease strength. Control bar 2 will be where we start our crane operations. So we have our rotor somewhere. There it is. I'm going to have rotor lock on and off. I want to have reverse and then I want to have increase and decrease velocity. So it will always have the same. I can control the speed through here, but then I can just reverse it. So if we try that, increase the velocity. So Then our next toolbar is going to be our hinge, which is our shoulder. And this is going to have hinge lock on and off. Reverse. Increase velocity. Decrease velocity. I don't think I need the reverse on any of these, but it's more to, in case something happens, I can just quick reverse instead of going all the way down or all the way up. So if we look, yeah, that seems to go very fast. I'll have to find another way to do that, maybe. Because then I can switch back to my rotor. I can go over. Yeah, that isn't too bad. So that's our shoulder. Next, we have our bicep. So we want our bicep pistons. Now, there is no lock for pistons. It is just going to be extend, retract, because this is where the fine movement will come in. Increase maximum distance. Decrease maximum distance. That should take care of that. And then maybe a reverse. So, we have extend, retract, but if we go ahead and bring the maximum distance all the way down, we can just hit extend and then slowly move that. And then we can hit retract and bring our maximum distance back down. Cool. One thing I want to do is go into those and change their velocity to negative 0.1. And I think I'm going to want to do it for... I still spelled that wrong. It's staying how it is now. 0.1. Just so I can see it every time. So let's try that. Extend. Yeah, that isn't too bad. Because then I have my fine motor skills. And come back. And I can just leave it at 0 if I want. But I'll leave it at 0.1. Cool. So then 4, or 5, I should say, is going to be our elbow. So we want hinge lock. Reverse. Increase velocity. Decrease velocity. So that one. I just noticed. That one's backwards from the other one. That'll get annoying. Oh well. It'll be fine. Go to this. Oh, hitting the wrong button already. Very nice. Next is going to be forearm pistons. And then same thing. Extend, retract, increase maximum distance, decrease maximum distance, and reverse. I like it. Last is going to be our wrist. So we got wrist lateral. We want wrist vertical first. So hinge lock, increase velocity, decrease velocity. And then lateral. I'm going to put it there. Hinge lock. Increase velocity. Decrease velocity. Cool. And then we can go back to this one and just put our mag plate. Switch lock. I think that'll be good. Actually, take that off there because I do need a connector on the back. We will put it with our thing here. So we go to, that's our wrist. Yeah, I can live with that. There we go. Now, from my view, kind of sucks, but it'll be worth it. I mean, I probably could just put it over the cargo containers, but what I want to do is go ahead and put a turret on this thing. So to do that, we're going to use why can I not place that? Oh, I need steel plate. That would explain a lot. Control. No, I want inventory CC. Gracias. Yeah, 3x3 will be fine. And then, while that's welding, I want to get black weapons. That one. And I am going to put the same turret that I put on my base right there. I'm going to put it right here. It's going to stick up a little bit, but that's okay. I think we'll live. How bad is that going to stick up, though? Not utterly terrible. Because, let's see. Yeah. I mean, it won't look great, but get this put in place, and then we can put the guns on. First, I need these. Beautiful. And now we can put some guns on. Did we go with regular Gatlings this time? I think we should. Oh, yeah, that's gotta come back off. Because I just realized that that's not facing the right way. So the turret's gonna be sitting there going like this. We don't want that. I mean, it really doesn't matter, I guess. It just looks better. Whatever. We'll just roll with it. Gone too far. 6. And then, do I need 6 guns on this one? Of course I do. I'm me. Why would I not need 6 guns? Okay. So how do I armor the rest of you? Let's bring this rotor displacement down. As far as it'll go. That'll let it sit down in the floor a little bit. It might change the way it looks after a while, but we'll see. And then for you. Alright, are you guys ready to see her? You can see she's no longer in her building location. We have got her connected to the base. Maybe him? I don't know. I'll let you guys decide in the comments. I also need a name. So, give me that while you're at it. I need ideas. But this is our new rover. Nice and pretty. Well, I wouldn't call it pretty, but it's something. It is definitely a thing. So, just to be clear, these little parts on the end, this piece, I do plan on using those for something. They're not just sticking out for the hell of it. I do want to extend this back just a little bit. That way, I will be able to hook up a trailer to this. But I'm still trying to figure out how to do that with the connector and all that kind of stuff. So we shall see. Because I want to be able to pull a trailer. Either a flatbed or a turret trailer maybe to go attack some of the bases. Or possibly, I don't know, fuel trailer. We'll see. Not entirely sure. But, I mean, that's the heart of it. I also want to put some automation on this rover. So I have these outrigger stabilizers for when we're using the crane. I can automate those to just extend, and then when ready to lock, stop the pistons, lock those mag plates, and it'll be good to go. I also have our turret automated, and before I did forget the camera, so if you went and put that in the comments, I did not forget it. I just waited till the end. That's my excuse, and I'm sticking to it. But I have a turret controller hooked up to that. I want to put maybe a couple timer blocks and event controller to stow this turret how I have it now. That way, while we're driving around, we can stow it, lays down a little better, and doesn't look as what's the word I'm looking for? Lighthousey? I don't know. That's what I'm going with. I may get a script for the crane. I'm not sure yet because I don't know if console can get it. And those are not supposed to be like that. You see that? That 180 and that 90? I don't think those are supposed to stick out like that. Are they? I find that very strange. They are. Okay. Never mind. It's just weird to me. But yeah, I don't know if console can get it yet, so I'm gonna ask a friend to see if they are able to get it. We will find out. If console's not able to get the park script that works with the crane, I don't want to use it because I want to try and keep this series as vanilla as possible that console can use. I know I have the inventory management system that I think console can use. And then I think oh yeah, Bob. Consoles players can't use build and repair. The only reason I have build and repair is to kind of make these go a little quicker to be able to show you guys, and I don't have 6 hours to weld one truck. So, works for me. But yes, I want to try and keep it as vanilla as possible. So if console players cannot use the park script, we will not use it. Now, another thing we can do is automate the power generation, but I need to find uranium for that because I have these reactors, but at the moment they're not doing anything. So maybe next episode we will try and go find uranium and then come back and do some automation on this. Just to see what we can do. Okay? Okay. But with that, give me suggestions for the name on this, and then give me suggestions for how it looks, or anything I can change on it so far. I'll be falling, obviously. I'll be waiting to see what you guys say. Either shoot me up in Discord or Twitter. You can at me as well. And we will see you guys in the next episode. Have a good day, everybody.